Hi, Mark.
Hello, Jeff.
Already, it's election season, and one big part of this year's cycle for governor and lieutenant governor is the petition gathering process. So for folks who don't live and breathe state election law, help us understand the petition process.
There are two ways to get on the ballot. You can get 15% at the state conventions. The Republicans and the Democrats in Connecticut have good old-fashioned, old-style conventions.
So one way is the parties choose you.
Yes, that's the easiest way. It tends to be party insiders. These are the activists who show up at these conventions. There was a reform movement to make a more open process. So we have a two-path process. One is the conventions. The other one is you can petition. Petitioning to qualify for a primary requires getting signatures from 2% of all the voters in a particular party.
Which means for Democrats, it's actually a lot. Since there are more registered Democrats than Republicans, it's actually a lot harder for Democrats. Democrats have to gather more petition signatures than Republicans.
Yes, they have to get something north of 15,000 signatures. The Republicans, it's 9,000 plus.
And is this a process designed by the parties to ease access onto the ballot for non-endorsed candidates, or is it deliberately made a relatively high bar? And if so, should it be that high?
You really think the parties would do anything to make it easier? No, it's a very complex process. So 2% doesn't sound like a lot, but it's harder than you would think. You must return the petition sheets to the town registrars in every community where you gathered them. It is a little bit easier for the Democrats, even though they have to get more signatures, because Democrats tend to live in more densely settled places. Republicans, you got to go out in the burbs. Not everybody likes to answer their doors out in the suburbs, so it could be a harder thing.
So you're a politician. You get your petition signatures. You take them to your registrar of voters in whatever town that you were collecting them in. And what does the registrar do?
The registrar checks the signatures. He or she makes sure you're actually a registered voter in that party. You do have a rejection rate. It can be 25% or more. So these candidates usually get a buffer. They'll get a lot more signatures than they actually need because inevitably there are signatures that are rejected because somebody is either not actually registered in that party or perhaps the signature is illegible.
Let's say you're not a Democrat or a Republican and you want to get on a ballot. You're only looking at the general election ballot. Is the petition process similar?
It is, and it's easier. It's fewer signatures. It's the primary ones that are difficult. There's only been one candidate who has ever qualified for statewide primary ballot, and that was Peter Schiff in 2010, who was a candidate for United States Senate. This year, I think it's pretty clear we'll have some who make it.
Okay, Mark Pasniokis, thank you for joining us. Mark covers politics and the state capitol for the Connecticut Mirror.
Thank you.